Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be removing the door. I'll go through real quick and explain to you about that door. When I redid my bathroom, I didn't want to make a mess into my bedroom. This is my bedroom right here and it's attached to the bathroom. And I didn't want all that dust and stuff in there. I knew wintertime was coming up. Uh, this was last summer, and this was just a temporary door to be able to not have a door going into my bedroom and making it all messy and dirty in there. I don't know if you guys can see me very well. The sun is very bright today. So, first off, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this door, get it out of there, and trigger warning. I'm not going to do this the way that you would do it. I'm using scrap wood, so it's not going to be one piece thrown in there. I need to get rid of some of this scrap. So you'll see what I'm talking about here in a little bit. Let's get this door out. When I put this door in, I didn't even put the screws all the way in because, like I said, I knew it was going to be temporary. All right, let's check, make sure we got all the screws. All right, you can hear the baby goats over there whining. Now, I did bring me out a bag to put the hardware in because I don't want to lose it. This was a new door. I didn't buy it. This was actually a door that was used interior when my dad was here. Don't ask why, I have no clue. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, that piece can go ahead and come off. That piece can go ahead and come out. Whoop. Type of a shim. Now, I got to figure out how to take this door off because I think I latched it from the inside. I did. And it's wire tied. Oh boy. Like I said, I don't want to break anything. Okay, looks like I need to go find a pair of cutters. Let's walk right back behind you guys. I got my trail wagon back here full of tools. I don't know if these are going to be long enough or not. Probably not. No, it's not going to be long enough. How am I going to do this? Huh. Well, I don't know. Don't go nowhere. I'm just right behind you. find some tools. Aha. That's what I was looking for, was a longer pair. Oh boy. I'm not going to be able to do that either. Okay. Well, this is going to take some figuring out. So let me pause you guys. Let me get some other tools and see what I can get done. Okay, spoiler alert, I already got it. I had to go get a Sawzall with a long blade to reach back in there. Hopefully I didn't cause any damage to the door or even scratch it. I don't think I did. That's what I was dealing with, was all that wire tied around it. I don't know why I did that. Wow, that door's heavy. All right. So let me try to clean this up just a little bit. And by clean it up, I mean poke it back in there. Because I think well, there's a latch in there too. I don't think I can get that. Yeah, like I said, that was all the wiring around it. See if I can get this latch out of there. I don't know why I wired it if it had a latch. All right, let's try something different on that. Well, let's use some tools for something that I ain't meant for. There we go. That's what I thought. I just nailed that in there with little thin paneling nails. I'm gonna try to get this other piece out. I had to use a pair of scissors. Wow. Can't stop and go get the right tools, I guess, but that's the nails that was holding it. I knew there wasn't much holding it, and I think that's why I ended up wire tying it from the inside. Of course, now that's insulation. That insulation looks dirty, but it's not. That's that brown rock wool or whatever it's called insulation. And I see insulation blowing everywhere. All right, so now I basically need, I'm not going to take all that off. So now basically I need a size. So let's find a size here. Oh, 36 3/4 would do it. Alright, I'm going to do 36 3/4. So now, let's get over here, where I've already got this set up. And I've got to go find a pencil. I had that out here yesterday. I I had planned on making this video yesterday, and yesterday was our first nice warm day, and Ricky decided he wanted to have a little pool party with his friends, so they were right there, so I didn't really want to come out here and film. So now I got to go in and find a pencil. All right, so we've got our line marked at what we want. I've got the saw set up and everything, so let's go ahead and cut this. I know I'm going to kind of be in your way. You're not actually going to be able to see much, but I can't cut from the other side because I'm just not that coordinated. I can't cut left-handed. So go in here and get this done. Now this is what I do when I work by myself. I don't have an extra person to hold this for me, so I just put something long up underneath there like that. That'll hold it. See, it held it perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and set this board up over here because we are going to need this. Because like I said, this is scrap wood. And yeah, I'm going to use every piece that I possibly can. All right, I'm also going to switch you guys back over to this side. Oh, with that sun shining, it's hard to tell what I'm doing and where I'm working. Okay, I'm going to sweep out where that door was. And I'm also going to mark where my studs are. So we know we got a stud on each side because that's the way that I built it. And we've got one right here. And we've got one right here. And then down here on the deck, we'll just put a little mark and a little mark. All right. Now let's get this piece of wood. I've got vinyl siding over here in my way, and J-channel and trim and everything, because that's what we're doing this for, is we're getting ready to vinyl siding. Hopefully this fits in there. And it does. Now, one thing that I want to do is, I don't know if that'll stay there, but I did pull a little piece of shim out. I do not want this touching the deck. Even though it's going to be covered by vinyl siding, I don't want it touching the deck. Moisture and rot and all that good stuff. So we're going to put it up there, and then we're going to center it in there. There it goes. All right. Let's see if we can get that to stay long enough to get a screw. And unfortunately, I'm out of screws, so I have to use Phillips, which I hate to use Phillips nowadays. hear it stripping on there. Because I just don't like to use Phillips anymore. Oh, that did not hold. Why did that not hold? There we go. Whoops. All right. So you guys don't want to sit there and watch me put every screw in that thing. So let's move on to something else real quick. All right, let's make this last cut for this top piece over there. All right, let's turn you guys around. Let's get this thing installed. I know this is where a lot of people are going to have fits. Oh, you shouldn't splice that in there like that, and should have went and bought a whole sheet, and blah 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 blah. But you know what? My house, my rules, and I'm the one paying for it. Now, if you guys want to pay for it, then hey, I'll go buy a brand new sheet. There it went. I'll cut that one tight. But a tight was a perfect fit, so that's all that counts. That's why I hate Phillips. It slips off so easy. I think the older I get, the less strength I have to push in on that thing. I hate to admit that, but that looks pretty good. Throw a couple more screws in her and call her done. There is one other thing that I want to do also. I want to kind of broom off these edges. And I even remembered to take my shim out. So let me go get my next little thing that I want to do here. All right, I had to get up close and personal to put you guys on pause. So what I was wanting to do, I can't find. What I was going to do was put some white tape that I use, like right here. I was going to put it on that crack, but I can't find the white tape. I know I have some, but I can't find it. So all I could find was clear. Let's see if that will work. Oh, not if it's going to rip like that. And I may never find that end again. Oh, wow. You know, I'm about just to say to heck with it. And I think I will. I'm not going to sit here and spend hours. Yeah, I am. Let me go get my glasses real quick. My bedroom is right here, and that's where my glasses are. So give me just 1 second, please. Okay. Now, if I can get them fixed real quick, they come off the little holder. I call that my grandpa holder. All right, now let's see if I can find the end of that tape. I'm not going to let you guys watch all of that because that's going to be hard to do and probably embarrassing. Because I'm not, oh, I do see it. Like I said, it's going to be embarrassing because it's not going to be easy to do. And it's going to take me forever. Aha. All right, hopefully that don't break again. All right, now let's get you back over here where we was. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to stick. I don't think that's going to stick. It might stick, I don't know. That does not stick as good as the other tape did. And I happen to see a nail or a staple or something. Right there. There we go. Alright, so now I'll go ahead and explain to everybody because you're seeing the White House wrap there. And if you look over here, you're seeing this end. These are the two rooms that I built. You're seeing white wrap on that. If we walk around the whole house, of course you'll see my pool stuff hanging here, but you'll see I've got the white house wrap, the Lowe's wrap on there. That is something that I have always done. It's a vapor barrier, and I've just been taught to always do that. But if you look at this, this is 20 years old. This is what my dad built. He didn't use house wrap. I always thought that he did, but he didn't. And this is our weather side. This is where all of our weather comes. And the walls look perfect. Now, yes, if you'll notice down at the bottom, it's a little bit black, but that's because this vinyl siding has been off all this summer. And I guess let's try to go in the shade just a little bit. I'm afraid you guys can't see me very well. Not that you really want to see me, but all right, that's a little bit better. Hello everybody. Now, if this is the first time you're seeing me, I don't know. So anyways, after pulling that vinyl siding off, it was still cold when I did it. So I'm going to say it was probably 2 months ago. It looked perfect. And I'm like, wow, there's no house wrap. There's no taped seams or anything of that nature. But then I started to put, well, did a lot. We put that door in. We put that air conditioner in. We put that dog door, if I can find it. We put that dog door in. And I've noticed that it actually has a vapor barrier on the inside. Now, that can be debated and that can be argued, you know, which is better, inside or outside, which is correct, inside or outside. I don't know. All I know is proof is in the pudding, so to speak. That looked brand new. And I know it's at least 20 years old. So I'm not going to worry about house wrapping it before I vinyl siding. I have the house wrap, and somewhere I have the tape, but I think it's a waste of time, honestly. Now, on my end down here, I'm not going to house wrap that where we just took that door out, but I didn't use a vapor barrier on the inside. Although I do turn the insulation around with the paper facing the inside. So that is kind of a vapor barrier, and it was stapled extremely good. My son Ricky is the one that did all the insulation in there. And once again, this is the reason why we're replacing this temporary door. It was in there temporary for things of that nature. I didn't want the door opened between that bathroom and my bedroom while we were building or insulating or anything of that nature, because I have to sleep in there at night, and I didn't want to have to clean it 24 hours a day. That's why the temporary door was put in. Now, that temporary door has not been used. Well, I don't think it was used at all last winter. I think I finished everything, building and everything, the end of last summer to get prepared to finish it for this winter. So it hasn't been used in a long time. And you could see some of the insulation had started fading and stuff from the sun constantly beating through that window of that door. The door is really a shame because it's not the right size for anywhere in my house. So I think I've got all the hardware in a bag. It's got everything for it. I think I'll find somebody that can use it. Maybe my daughter can use it on their house. Maybe somebody else, maybe Clint can use it on his house next door. You know, somebody will be able to use that door. It has been out in the weather all winter, and it's now June, so up until now, it's been 6 months outside, but it's not been used, not been opened, it's not been shut. So it's still a new door, basically. In fact, you can still see, I don't know if you can still see it's still got some of the stickers and stuff on it. Somebody will get good use out of that. Unfortunately, I can't, but hopefully somebody can. Anyways, I'm going to end this video. This video is over 30 minutes long just to replace a door with a piece of wood. 2 pieces of wood. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, comment down below and be nice in the comments. No sense in being hateful and telling me what I did wrong. It's my house. I'm the one funding it. If you want to pay for it, I'll do it your way. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great day and even better tomorrow and an awesome night. And we'll see you on the next video or the next live stream. And don't forget, our channel is coming at you bigger and better than ever before. I think that's all I got to say, other than don't forget, I'm my own cameraman, so I got to gently poke you guys in the ear to turn this thing off. And we'll see you on the next video or the next live stream.